I call the member for Coomera.
Mr Acting Deputy Speaker, it's my pleasure to rise and talk about the state seat of Coomera in the Northern Gold Coast. In the time since we last met, we've seen the best of times and some would say the worst of times on the Northern Gold Coast, as alluded to by the member for Theodore yesterday evening. We've seen confirmation of the Police Citizens Youth Club land, thanks very much to Mark Hamill, Division 1 councillor, and Mayor Tom Tate, who moved a special mayoral minute at the last meeting prior to the election to ensure that that land was locked away. We've seen new Australian citizens taking the oath of allegiance on the 26th of January, meaning more growth to the more than 53,000 electors on the Northern Gold Coast and something like 97,000 residents. We've seen confirmation of the imminent delivery of a new bus to ESWAV, who work with youth on the Northern Gold Coast and further afield, by the Rotary Club of Ormo Pimpama. That's happening on the 20th of this month, 6 o'clock, down at the Pimpama City Tavern. You're all welcome. Come on down. It's going to be a great night. But we also saw the Christmas Day tornado and the New Year's floods. They were terrible things. I've never experienced anything like it. I've been there for 25 years and never seen anything like it. They were challenges, to say the absolute least. Sadly, a life was lost, as the member for Theodore mentioned last evening. But I've got to say that it brought the best out of our community. It really did. The local community, the volunteers, and the community spirit was there. I spoke to many people as I was going around calling into Wongawallan Drive. I've got to mention Wongawallan Drive. It seemed like it was the hardest hit of all of the roads, and I'm sure the member for Theodore would argue with that. But it was amazing to see that in just 4 hours on Boxing Day, the whole of the road had been cleared by the residents. They were able to get out after 4 hours, and if you see the road, you can't believe that they actually managed to do it. As I said, I spoke to many people. One guy comes to mind. He was a bloke that had a tree go right through the middle of his house, and he told me it was fortunate that it didn't keep going because there was a 12-year-old girl sleeping in the house below that tree. But you know what? He said the same thing, and the theme was right through the people that I was talking to. But we were luckier than most. We were luckier than others, because this happened to us and that happened to us. But gee, there were a lot of other people out there that really are doing it tough. And I'm talking about people that sometimes lost the roof off their house and what have you. As I said, the community spirit prevailed. I want to thank you, Energex, SES, our rural fireys, our police, and all of the other helpers that assisted us in that time of need on the Northern Gold Coast.
Deputy Speaker.